England. This is Gillie Potter speaking. Well, my talk tonight is again coming from my flat in Peabody's Buildings, Park Lane, London West. I did intend to be out of town this evening. Indeed, I had booked rooms at a seaside resort. Well, not exactly a seaside resort, an inland watering place. Well, actually, at Southend. However, we are entertaining a small house party. They arrived somewhat unexpectedly on Wednesday and looked like staying indefinitely, or at any rate until I pay the butcher's bill. I was under the impression, as I told you in my last record, that my only remaining creditor was the milkman. It appears, however, that during the fortnight that I was absent from home after my strange meeting with the magistrate at Bow Street, my wife thought fit to quarrel with the butcher. One day, when ordering half a kidney on the shell, or a whole ox for open-air roasting, or some tidbit of that nature, she said, "Look here, Mr. Smithfield, you have given me short weight for my money." "Well, madam," he replied, "you've given me a long wait for mine." Hence the visitors. However, they are quite the nicest brokers' men that we have ever had in the house. Much nicer than those the landlord puts in every quarter day, and more cultured and generally superior to the men who came about the car, or rather the carburettor, which was all that remained after the third instalment was due. They are two in number, with occasional assistance from a third, who arrives at night just before closing time, inquires the particular needs of his confrère, and returns later with what he calls the doings. The elder of the twain is a bright, upstanding youth of 80 or thereabouts, who adds to a general appearance of sartorial neglect a faint aroma of ill-ventilated stables. His wealth of language is adorned by that pictorial metaphor which is only acquired by those who have spent long years in the lower ranks of the army, or a shorter but equally illuminating time in the higher ranks of society. His favourite qualifying adjective conjures up visions of a perpetual shambles. Indeed, with a short correspondence course of blasphemy, he would make an ideal writer of war books. His assistant is cast in a rather softer mould and has the general appearance of having been somewhat hastily constructed. His hair, too, is of that length which is equally fashionable among his associates, has long since, of course, the hairdressers in the vicinity of his abode to commit suicide or emigrate to central Essex. The senior limb of the law holds his second in command, or as he denotes him, his china, in no small degree of contempt, and when describing any of that worthy's shortcomings, which he does on the slightest provocation, freely and at length, preludes the gist of the episode with references to "my mate Milky," or "young Barmy here," or some such other term of endearment suggestive of congenital mental insufficiency. A pleasing pair, in short, whose presence adds colour and tobacco ash to an otherwise drab drawing-room, from which earlier members of the same fraternity have long since removed all trace of pattern on the wallpaper, two of the gas brackets, and a photo of Lord Rothermere.